I am now delighted to introduce you to Professor Donald Downs, who will deliver the charge to the graduates. Professor Downs teaches courses dealing with public law, American politics, and political theory. He's a faculty member in the Department of Political Science and a longtime affiliate of the Law School and the School of Journalism and Mass Communications. He won several awards for excellence in teaching, including the University of Wisconsin Distinguished Teaching Award and the Wisconsin Student Association's Teaching Award. Professor Downs has been active in captive civil liberty issues and often serves as a media commentator on constitutional issues at the local, state, and national levels. He's authored a number of prize-winning books, including Nazis in Skokie, Freedom, Community, and the First Amendment, More Than Victims, Battered Women, the Syndrome Society, and the Law, and Restoring Free Speech and Liberty on Campus. Earlier this year, he won the National Jean J. Kirkpatrick Award for Academic Freedom. We are honored and gratified that Professor Downs is with us today. Please join me in welcoming him. Professor Downs.
I'm a professor, and so when I handed in my speech a few days ago, I made a few modifications since then. They're not major ones, but I'm not sure if it's going to track what's up there. So you're probably better off listening to me rather than reading. Well, welcome to our great university, Chancellor Blank, and thank you for the kind introduction. And I want a special thanks to the winter class of 2013 for inviting me. Congratulations, here's to you. And I want to salute your parents for sending such inspiring students our way and for the sacrifices they and you have made to be here today. Like many of you, my extended family is here, or part of my extended family. My daughter, Jacqueline, my wife, Susan. I don't know where you are, but you're out there somewhere. Jackie went to Indiana, not Wisconsin. You may boo. I'm honored and excited to stand here before you all. You worked hard as graduates, and here you sit before us, pregnant with your futures, which are open books. I'm reminded of Yogi Berra, who's one of the thinkers I'll be talking about in my charge today, who once pondered the future. It just isn't what it used to be. I'm especially honored because of the memorable experiences I've had teaching many of you, and because of my love for the university. I'm an alumnus by association. My wife Susan went here, her brother went here, her father went here, her mother went here, a large part of my high school class of 67 went here. I visited Madison often as a young man, and I even took some classes. At no time back then did I ever imagine I would be here today. So I guess, for me, my future was something that didn't used to be as well. And I got 3 words for you guys right now and gals. It goes fast. Now, before I go any further, the chancellors asked me to deliver an important and exciting message. In the past, graduates didn't get their degrees until later from the U.S. mail. But in partnership with the government, we've created a new high-tech experience for you to get your diplomas. Just enter your highly personal information, go online, and check into diplomacare.gov. Hit send and presto, there's your diploma. Now we do ask that, don't do it all at once. A to F this afternoon, G through P tonight, and Q through Z maybe tomorrow. We're told that'll probably work. Well, when Lori Berkwam, our redoubtable and legendary Dean of Students, and all our Dean of Students have been legendary, but she's especially so, when she called to inform me that I was going to give this talk today, she was really nice, but she said right away, 10 minutes. Then I talked to the Secretary of the Faculty, University Communications, the Daily Cardinal. They all say the same thing, 10 minutes. I went home, my cat Oliver meowed at me, 10 minutes, Buster, meow. I'm surprised the scoreboard isn't ticking away as we speak. So I have news for you guys. Do you know what I do for a living? I'm a professor Have you ever met a professor at this university that could finish a talk in 10 minutes? So I realize shortness is important in a commencement address, so I will abide by that, but I have a slightly rebellious side, as some of you know, so I'm going to take 11 minutes. All right, let's get down to business. Here you sit, poised to write the next chapters in the stories of your lives. As you enter the world, you have a duty to carry with you the intellectual attributes that you've acquired here. They will help you deal with life and the difficult challenges with which my generation has obligingly left you. UW-Madison's a special place, as you'll come to realize more as you get older. We're distinctive for both serious and less serious reasons. There are those annual polls about party schools and a fun place to go to college. I assume a lot of you did have your share of fun while you were here, right? Let's hear it. The Daily Beast recently called us the sexiest college in America. I'm sure you heard about that. And, you know, that's pretty newsworthy, and I'm reasonably confident that's because of you guys, not the faculty. BBC just ranked Madison the #5 college town in the world. And, you know, that's not bad for a town freezing away in the frozen tundra. Well, on the serious side, we work hard at knowledge here, as our international academic ranking indicates. And you've worked hard too, haven't you? That's why you're here. Our famous university motto is the fearless sifting and winnowing of ideas, by which alone the truth can be found. It's out there in front of Bascom Hall. And students from around the world have added to the buzz of this place. And I want to thank you for enriching our experience while you were here. I bet you grads have benefited not only from classroom experiences, but also from many debates, discussions, and discussions with friends, associates, and adversaries in the dorms, on State Street, on Bascom Hall or Bascom Hill, assorted watering holes, and the world's greatest student union. It is, I've seen a lot, at least when it's not under construction 24/7, or the lake isn't frozen in May. I hope you graduates take the commitment to critical thinking and winnowing out into the world. God knows we and you are going to need all the critical and creative thinking that you can muster to deal with the challenges ahead. Many of you have mountains of debt because of the unprecedented cost of higher education. We really do need to get our house in order economically. And there's the perpetually weak economy and projected national debt, which my generation is leaving on your doorsteps. Other issues are also important: protecting the environment without really harming our economy, and finding the right balance between security and liberty, issues that are before us right now as I speak. So let me go on record right now. I officially apologize to you for what the baby boomer generation has left you. I knew I had to get applause for that, if nothing else. To use highly academic language, am I allowed to swear up here? I guess I won't, it doesn't fit the occasion, but we screwed up. And I hope it helps to recall that previous generations have also confronted major problems, and they have prevailed. If you redeem the American promise, and it is your generational destiny to so strive, history will pay your generation the respect that is preparing to withhold, perhaps, from mine. You know, it was mentioned earlier, but a lot of life is overcoming. And when you overcome, it means even more. Your generation has the attributes of seriousness and realism that my generation could have used more of, and which will serve you well, and us well, as you make your marks in the world. I also hope that you shake up the political system, for real. It needs fresh blood. No party or faction owns you. Put your own stamp on history. So now let me open the last chapter of my charge by addressing your personal lives. My personal story is not over, appearances to the contrary, but it's largely written. Yours is largely unwritten. So for now, just sit back and enjoy this day suspended between two worlds. I want to present you with what I call Downs' list of things to consider as you complete your story. Letterman has 10 items every night. He gets an hour. I get, what, 12 minutes? I won't be presumptuous by telling you exactly what you should do with your lives. That's your business. There's one truth, but many ways to get there. All my points stem from the premise that we have helped to educate you, and that an educated mind is a free mind responsible for its own decisions. 1, be Socratic. Socrates is the heart and soul of the university. He taught that the unexamined life is not worth living. Okay, he exaggerated a bit. Life is good in itself. As one of my favorite songs says, it ain't no sin to be glad you're alive. But the examined life makes for a better life, and it nourishes the freedom that is this nation's heritage. As Lincoln said, we are conceived in liberty. Note something else. Socrates also stressed that he was wise because he knew that there were a lot of things he didn't know. Don't make the mistake, often a professorial occupational hazard perhaps, of thinking you know it all. Because you don't. No one does. History is strewn with the tragedies and follies wrought by the self-appointed best and brightest. As Hamlet told his aide, the world, there are more things in heaven and earth, Horatio, that are dreamt of in your philosophy. Be like Jane Austen, carefully observing the complexities of human nature. She listened before she wrote. And by living this way, you can help make the world a better place. May you sift and winnow in a Socratic spirit as you pursue your destinies. 2, to borrow a maxim from Nietzsche, be what you are. This maxim stems from the principles of liberty and personal integrity. We are indeed social animals, as Aristotle said. You have been educated by institutions built by the sacrifice and collective efforts of others. If you don't think so, just look around this place and look at your parents. But in the end, each one of you is responsible for your own values and thought. Believe in yourself at the same time that you pursue Socratic virtues. If you betray your own independent existence out of fear or conformity, you will have forsaken the gift of the free mind which a liberal education is meant to bestow. Sometimes this means challenging orthodoxies around you. A young man once asked the Mexican Nobel laureate Octavio Paz what advice he would give to a fledgling writer. And Paz said, without hesitation, write against the tides. May the chapters you write be sometimes against the tides. 3, as I take a drink of water. 3, laugh a lot. Humor, like courage, is often a neglected virtue. But like reason and language, it makes us distinctively human. Distinctively human. Think about it for a second. Animals like my Ollie cat at home are great, but they can't laugh. They're not as complex or as deep as we are. And I'm going to get meowed at really hard when I get home, I know, but it's true. They're just not as deep as we are. They can purr, they can wag their tails, but they can't laugh. Laughter redeems life, healing the tensions and cardinal splits in our spirits. It's also a vehicle of knowledge, because it unites for a while the lighter sides and the darker sides of our nature. It's also a sign of freedom, because tyrants, they don't let you laugh at them. So, like love, laughter is something that the state or no one else can make you do. It has to be real. Ever try laughing or falling in love when you didn't really mean it? I did, and I was a fool. You can't fake it. It has to be really you. And I bet that some of the best memories that you've had at Wisconsin are memories of laughing. Don't forget them. May you laugh a lot as you go down your road. That's 3 points down, and for you non-math majors, that means 2 to go. 4, go racing in the streets. What do I mean by this? Be open to venturing beyond yourself while maintaining the courage of your core convictions. If the unexamined life is less worth living, so is a life that does not stretch itself, that does not lose itself in the right way. To truly live, you should find something that you can dedicate yourself to, something you love and dedicate yourself to. Then it's not about you, it's about it. That's how we build a world. A biblical maxim teaches that one must lose oneself in order to find oneself. Another says, seek and ye shall find. One thing I've learned a lot is that you never know what can happen when you open a new door. I think of the lady volleyball team that beat the #1 team in the country to go to the finals last night, the national championship, and came this close to winning it. It's awesome stuff out there. In one of his more haunting songs, Bob Dylan, my generation, sang, I won't do the singing, but I'll read it. The hollow horn plays wasted words, proves the warn that he not busy being born is busy dying. Well, that's a translation. Here's how he sounded. You know Dylan. Springsteen, Freehold class of 1967, saying it more metaphorically in Racing in the Streets. He said, now some guys, they just give up living and start dying little by little, bit by bit. Some other guys come home from work and wash up and go racing in the streets. Translation, don't die before you die. Go racing in the streets. That leaves me with 5. A concluding parable. When the day comes, die like Englishman Thomas Paine reportedly died. Now, death might seem like an inappropriate thing on an occasion like this, but bear with me. Paine was a major contributor to the American Revolution, and Commencement is one of the most poignant political tracts ever written. It helped give America independent existence while showing what could be done with the right conviction, courage, and words, the power of the pen. Alas, Paine died a discredited pauper, renounced by world opinion, even America's, even though he had helped us to be born as a nation. But he died contented, with a sublime smile on his face. Go figure. How could that be? Well, maybe he was just an utter fool, right? But not really. Because, he told a bemused friend, he had lived the best he could according to his lights, committed to something he believed in and loved, and to hell with what others thought. But for that to happen, you must first live right, like Paine, but in your own distinctive, self-reliant way. So that is my ultimate charge to you. Live right. Today, you are being born as college students. We, now your alma mater, and look up the meaning of that word, cast you into the world as free, educated minds. All our best to you, and may you do us and yourselves honor as you pursue your destinies. And may you begin to live right. And in so doing, you just might help make the world right. So here's to you one last time, and on Wisconsin.